Hello, 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 my lovelies. I uh I want to take a minute to tell everybody good morning, happy lunch. Um that it looks like it's going to be another hot one today. So be safe out there. Drink your water, drink your Gatorades, your Powerades, get your electrolytes. Be very careful, try to stay in the shade. Make sure you have a hat on, some sunscreen, of course. So be very careful out there today because it looks like it's going to be a scorcher. I looked at the weather last night and it said it's going to be hot today and we may have a couple storms here, so I don't know if it's going to rain or not this afternoon or evening. Maybe it will. Hey Paul, how are you? I do also want to apologize to my nighttime crew. I know y'all were expecting me to throw up a second stream last night. But a very, very, very important dear friend of mine, called me and we had a long heart to heart conversation. And, I heard some things I needed to hear, some things that opened my eyes. So, like I said, I'm sorry about that. I got preoccupied. And then by the time I got off the phone, I was rather tired. So I went to sleep. And I woke up early this morning. I was going to do a morning show. It was pretty early. But I figured there wasn't a whole lot of people around that early in the morning. So I decided against it. And decided to wait till now to do a hump day, lunchtime madness type of show. That way, my lunch crew will be able to have something to listen to while they're on lunch, while they're going to lunch, while they're on break. Or for people like me that are just waking up, because I kind of just woke up, not gonna lie. Like I said, I was up early this morning. I went back to sleep, and I'm just now waking up. So Paul wants to know, how am I doing today? Well, I did pretty good yesterday. Till last night. I kind of had a little mental setback. Like I said, I talked to my friend. We talked about it. We talked about a lot of stuff. I couldn't ask for a better friend. This friend lets me express myself. And takes the time to listen, and I greatly appreciate that. And then will give me advice that it's pretty damn good advice, pretty sound advice. And I listened, I took it, I slept on it. I woke up thinking about it, and I realized, they're probably right about a lot of things. And so I have woke up with a bit of clarity today and a bit of I don't know. I'm not in a great mood, but I'm in an okay mood. I'm in a it is what it is type of mood. So that's where I'm at. I'm doing good. Right now my feet aren't hurting that bad. Like I said, I'm doing pretty good today. I'm alive. I'm blessed. So I guess that counts for something, right? So that's how I'm doing. How are you guys doing? There's 4 people watching this. Y'all let me know. How are y'all doing? Are y'all doing okay? Is everybody doing okay? Like, family check in, let's check in, Nightmare Nation people. Are you doing okay? Do you need a hug? Do you need a prayer? Do you need some positive affirmations? Let me know. We can give that to you. I want everybody to be okay. We are family. We stick together. And like I said, it is. Hold on, y'all. I'm moving it around. I had to swap. I'm laying on one side and I had to swap to the other. Not gonna lie. Um, we are family. And I've gotten a couple of emails over the past 2 or 3 days. Yeah, let's talk about the emails really quick. I've gotten a couple emails over the past 2 or 3 days from some listeners that don't necessarily type in chat, but they do genuinely listen to my show. And every one of them said the same thing, which I'm kind of shocked. But every one of them said they were talking about how I always talk about, apologize for crying, because I've been crying a lot lately. A lot. And y'all know this. Most people don't cry on their live streams, but I do. I have. It's not pretty. It's embarrassing. But I have. And the emails, literally all of them stated, basically, in a nutshell, thank you so much, Lakaya, for keeping it real. Y'all don't have to thank me for me being me. I just am who I am. And I just want to share who I am with you guys, the good and the bad. There's no need to thank me for me showing you all aspects of my life and all sides of me. I do that. Like I said, I'm not saying it doesn't get embarrassing. I'm not saying that I probably won't regret sometimes showing or talking about certain things. Of course, because anything can be taken out of context these days on YouTube and used against you. I've already had that happen. Very much so. Um, so like I said, you don't have to thank me for me being real. I am real. I'm raw and I'm real, and emotional right now. That's where I am in my life. Um, will it get better? Yes. Um, I've also gotten a couple emails that said you were so strong, and I'm not. I'm not strong. If I was, I wouldn't be crying all the time. If I was, I wouldn't be emotional all the time. Um, I'm not as strong as you guys think I am or make me out to be. I'm just human, like everybody else. Hey, Daryl, how are you? Like I said, I'm just human like everybody else. And I make mistakes a lot. Huh. Oh my God, a lot. I make mistakes and I have my flaws and I'm imperfect, just like you, you know. But I appreciate the nice emails that have been sent, and the messages that I've gotten. I appreciate that. I appreciate the love that's been sent to me. I really do. It goes a long way. But like I said, there's no need to thank me for me being me. I am who I am, and if you met me in real life, you would get the same that you get on screen, except for I may be a little bit shyer. Because I don't do really well with in-person interactions a lot. Unless there's like a energy that goes between us to where it's an instant connection I feel with the person. Unless it's that, I'm usually really shy. Uh, to me, for me, it's easier to talk on live stream. It's easier to go on other people's panels and talk. It's kind of like I have, when I'm behind this picture, it's kind of like I have a safety net. I'm me, you know, I'm all me, raw, real deal, but it's still like I have a safety net. I have a sense of protection. Um, whether that's true or not, that's just how I feel. So for me, it's easier to go on live stream, or it's easier to go on other people's panel and talk and laugh and enjoy myself. Um, than it is anything. Um, so with this being lunchtime crew, like I said, y'all let me know how you're doing. Are you okay? What you having for lunch? I want to know. What are you having for lunch today? It is a 11 it is 11:53 Central Time where I'm at. So it may be earlier for you, it may be later for you wherever you are. I don't know. Like I said, I try to aim around, like I said, lunch, my time, because here in Mississippi, like I said, from like 11 to 2 is lunch. Oh, Jim's having salad again. Look, you can never go wrong with the salad. You really can't. Sorry about that, guys. I inhaled my cigarette and it went down the wrong pipe. Um, hey John, how are you? But you can never go wrong with the salad. You can do a salad so many ways. Throw you some grilled chicken on it, call it a day. Like there's so many ways to have a salad. I love salad. I haven't had a really good salad in a while though. I've had taco salad lately, but I have not had just a plain like chef salad. I have not had a chef salad in a while. There's a lot of things that I haven't had in a couple months. Um, and watching what I eat, of course, trying to lose some weight. It's hard. It's hard making all these healthy choices, not gonna lie. Daryl says having chicken patty sandwiches for lunch. Ooh, yum. LG says still taco today. John said salad with bacon bits. Hey, you can't go wrong with bacon bits. Even the imitation ones. They're still good. They're still super yummy. Just saying. I like croutons too. Do y'all like croutons on your salad? I like croutons. I like the garlic flavored croutons though. The garlic, I think it's garlic and cheese or something like that. Croutons. Those are my favorite. I can actually eat them as a snack. They're so good. They're super yummy. Last night for supper, I had a minute steak, a little minute steak cut up, and I had green beans. That's what I had for supper, and it was really good. But I love green beans. I can eat them plain in a bowl as a dish and call it a day. I love green beans. I don't know what I'm having today for supper though. Have no idea. Ain't no telling. Bacon bits are good by themselves. They are. They really are. I used to go into the kitchen. This was years ago. But I used to go into the kitchen and try to find me something to eat, and there'd be nothing in the kitchen to eat because kids donate everything. Because you know how kids eat everything in your house. And the only thing I could find would be a bottle of bacon bits in the cabinet. And let me tell you, I would pour a handful of bacon bits in my hand, and that would be what I ate, was a handful of bacon bits. I've done that many a time. Many a time. Because, like I said, kids will eat you out of house and home. You can go to the grocery store, spend $200, and the next day, every bit of it's gone. Kids eat a lot, especially growing kids. Oh my gosh. Green beans with bacon bits, my favorite. I've never put bacon bits with my green beans. Now, I have had green beans cooked with bacon strips now. Don't get me wrong, but I've never had it with bacon bits. So I'm gonna have to try that. That's a new one. I tell you what we need. What we need is Bass Mayhem to be putting out some more cooking videos. Arlene, hi hun. Good afternoon. How are you? Yeah, but that's what we need is Bass to put out some more cooking videos for sure. I like watching his cooking videos. Bass can throw down, y'all. If y'all haven't checked out Bass Mayhem's channel, go check it out. Watch some of his cooking videos, y'all. He can throw down. He is a great cook. Well, that's good that you're doing good, Arlene. I'm glad to hear that. Glad to hear that. Like I said, it's a beautiful day here. It looks like it's a hot one though. That sun is beaming down already. And like I said, it's not but lunchtime here. It's actually it's gonna be 12 o'clock. And that sun is just beating down in the sky. So like I said, if you got workers or friends that work outside, make sure they stay hydrated, sunscreen, wear a hat, check on your neighbors. It's hot. It is hot. Well, guys, it's the middle of the week, hump day. We've made it through 2 more days into the weekend. These weeks are just passing by for me. I feel like it was just first of the month yesterday. The days are just going down and down and down. And sometimes the days feel so long, like they'll never end, especially in the evening time when everything gets quiet. It feels like the day will never end. But the days are flying by, flying by. Before we know it, it'll be a new month. But I digress. Like I said, we've got 2 more days to the weekend. So for those that are my workers, bear with it. Stay with it. 2 more days till you get a break. You can do it. You can do it. Stay with it. Get your grind on. Get your hustle on. But like I said, not a whole lot's going on today. Like I said, I haven't been up for very long. Um, I I tried calling Z, but I couldn't get a hold of her to see if she drove all night last night and if she had any sightings or anything weird or strange happened to her, but I couldn't get a hold of her to get the deets. So maybe later I can get a hold of her and see if she's had anything lately go on, and besides that deer dog man that she seen the other week, and see if she's had any like UFO, because I know there's a lot of people right now that are having a lot of UFO sightings. I was scanning my Facebook last night, well, late last night, and there's a lot of people having UFO sightings. And I'm not saying it's all extraterrestrial ish sightings, just simple unidentified sightings. But there's a lot of them. You never heard about that, Arlene? It's in one of my live streams. I can't remember which. But Zwicky was going down the road, and her headlight, I think it was last week, her headlight caught what she thought was a deer off on the side of the road. And so she slowed down a little bit and she looked over, hoping that the deer would stay where it was and wouldn't come out into the road as she's driving down the road. And think about it, at the setting at the time of night, it was real foggy. It had been drizzling rain. The road was wet. And where she was she just had like this eerie feeling. And she had told me she had this eerie feeling already. She said, I just feel weird. And she looked over at what she thought was a deer. And when it raised its head up, because it had been chomping on something, she said, and that's what made her look again, was it was chomping on something. And when it raised its head up, it did not look like a deer at all. It was a dog man. Except for it was the color of a deer. It was a fawn color, a light brownish color. She said that was the first time she's seen Dogman before. She said that was the first time she's ever seen one that color. And it was on all fours. Like I said, standing there as if it was a deer on the side of the road. She has no idea what it was chomping on, but she's thinking maybe a deer had gotten hit before and maybe it was eating the deer that had gotten hit, or eating some sort of roadkill or something. But she said that it was clearly a dog man. She said you could clearly see the face, and it wasn't a dog. She said it was too big to be a dog. After she got to, take a second to think about what she had just seen, she said it was clearly way too big to be a dog. It was actually way too big to even be a deer, but that was just the first thought that went through her head was, gosh, what a deer. Hey, Gregory. But she said it was a dog man. So the other week, Zwicky, as she's going down the road, I think she was in Maryland. I think it was Maryland, but I could be wrong. She seen a dog man. Daryl said, I've had sightings from age 14, 15 until 2 years ago for the last one. UFOs can do some amazing things. Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. Excuse me. My sinuses are out of control today, you guys. So y'all are probably going to hear me sniffle and cough and all those good things that I don't like doing on live stream. But my sinuses are like running amok today. I don't know why, but they are. Maybe it's because I've been crying too much over the last couple weeks. I don't know. Chalk it up to crying. Who knows? So is this her second sighting? Arlene, Actually, I don't think so. I think it's more like her third or fourth sighting. I'll have to ask her though. I'm not exactly for sure how many times she's seen Dogman. But I do know that where she did see the one last week that looked like a deer, I do know that it was in the same vicinity that I think she had seen her first sighting or seen a sighting before. They say once you've seen one, you see them again. Yeah, I do think that too. I think it's because you also know what you're looking for, and it's easier to distinguish. Excuse me. It's easier to distinguish. Once you see one and you know you've seen a dog man, it's easier to distinguish it from another animal once you've seen one before. I do think that. Because they are a totally different. They're a totally different look to anything you can imagine. Um, I was also told, y'all know I was talking about so was it Maryland? I'm not for sure. I think it was Maryland, but I could be wrong. I think she had just crossed over into Maryland when she had seen it. But I could be wrong. Like I said, I can't really remember, but I think it was Maryland. Like I said, she was driving, so I'm not exactly for sure. Um, okay, y'all know I was on Vault Show. I told on Vault Show the other night, um, the Parks and Missing People show. Towards the end of it, we kind of talked about a flannel man for a second, and that I talked about it on the live stream yesterday and kind of retold the flannel man story. Well, I was also told, which I did not know, but I was also told that somebody else that's kind of sort of well known in the community, whether you like them or not, agree with them or not, but I was told that they actually had a flannel man sighting as well in my area a couple years ago in my same area. And I did not know this. And I'll say the name. I'm not going to say who told me, but I will say that I was told that Jim King, also known as Bear from Bear and Kumbo, um had a flannel man sighting in the same vicinity sort of area of Mississippi that I had my flannel man story encounter at. And I thought that was very unusual that somebody else had a sighting just like I did in the same general area. Um the only difference was mine, even though mine had a lot more human features, a lot more human facial features and stuff, looked a lot more human in the face, but it was hairy. From what I understand, his looked more human and not as hairy as mine did. Um, so I thought that was pretty cool that somebody else had a eyewitness encounter, like I said, in the same general area that I had mine in. Um, Not necessarily the same spot or anything like that, but just in the general vicinity. I thought that was pretty cool. It made me feel like maybe we seen the same thing, or maybe we seen something, maybe it's a family of them. I don't know. Maybe we did see the same thing, and maybe by the time I seen it later, it didn't grow hair. Hey Bonbon, how are you? But I was taken back because I did not know that. I'd never heard that story. And the person I talked to was actually personally told that story and shared it with me, and which I greatly appreciate. Um, and I thought, wow, you know, I'm not crazy. Somebody else seen the same thing I seen in the same vicinity in the same general area. Like that made me feel good. It made me feel less like a weirdo, I guess you can say. Um, so I was like, wow, thanks for telling me that. That actually makes me feel better. It makes me feel like I wasn't not hallucinating, but my mind wasn't playing tricks on me or anything like that. If it's not a person, you probably did see the same thing. Maybe Arlene, like, I don't know. It's questionable, but maybe. Like I said, it's in the same general vicinity. So I was like, maybe we did see the same thing, just a couple years apart. Oh, I'm not a weirdo. That's okay. I don't mind being a weirdo, to be honest. I don't mind being different. As long as I'm treated kindly and with love and respect, that's all I ask for in life. You know, that's all I can ask for. Kindness goes a long way. Uh, like I said, I thought that was pretty cool that somebody else had a flannel man sighting, encounter, whatever. Just like I did. I thought that was pretty cool. Especially it being somebody that I know, not know personally, but know of. Um, I thought that was pretty cool. Like I said, it made me feel a little bit less alone. Bauman says, I'm sorry, can you tell me what a flannel man is? I'm a Sasquatch knower and I've heard of other cryptids, but I haven't heard of the flannel man. Bonbon flannel man is it's this some people say it's more human. Some people say it's more it's like a Sasquatch but more human characteristics, which is what I seen. And some people say it's just completely human in a sense. But you always see him with a usually near woods, with a tattered red flannel shirt on. Sometimes he has pants on. Sometimes you can't tell if he does or not. Um, but that's what flannel man is. You can actually look up and Google flannel man, and there's tons of stories out there about him. Tons of lore, tons of just everything. So, if you don't really know what flannel man is, Google it, and you'll be surprised at some of the encounters people have had about flannel man. Arlene said, well, if you're a weirdo, then I'm a weirdo too. Okay, Arlene, we'll be weirdos together. I'm okay with that. Paula said, I heard my first squatch about 6 months ago. Scared the crap out of me. I froze in my bed and pretended I was asleep. Oh, wow, Paula. Um, Living here where I live and hearing all the stuff that I've heard and seen all the stuff that I've seen, um, I'm not going to say some of the stuff doesn't scare me, and I'm not going to say some of the stuff doesn't bother me, but I've kind of learned to tune it out because so much goes on here where I am. Um, and it kind of helps now that I have an air conditioner in my room and my windows closed. I don't hear all the noises from out back and outside and from the woods. I don't hear all the noises, and I don't hear all the growls and the whistles and the grunts and the huffs and the puffs. So I'm able to I'm able to tune it out and everything, and just kind of do my own thing in my own room. But yeah, if you've never heard a squatch before, if you've never seen one, it can be scary. It really can be. It absolutely can be. There's been a couple of times where there's been something going on here that scared the crap out of me. Especially they have um knocked on the side of my house before. That was pretty scary. To me, that's too close for comfort. And like I said, a couple weeks ago, we had one actually looking in the window watching, and that scared the crap out of me as well. I don't like feeling like I'm being watched, because it makes me wonder, why are they watching? Why are they staring in my window? Arlene says, I'd be afraid to live in your house. You're a brave woman to live there and know what's outside. Well, like I said, I'm able to kind of tune it out. And usually they don't come up to the house and really bother anything. They kind of stay in the woods, or at the edge of the wood lines down below the house. So, that's a plus, that's a bonus. Like I said, they don't really come up here very often. Except for, like I said, a couple weeks ago when they looked in the window. Hey Barry, how are you? Barry said the show Strange Familiars has at least 6 shows on Flannel Man if you search for it using the YouTube search engine. Awesome. Y'all check that out. Strange Familiars has 6 shows on Flannel Man. Like I said, Flannel Man's very interesting. It's very interesting. Paula says, I rent my place out in the country. I live between 2 little lakes, protected land. Have a lot of deer and wild hogs, not that far from Lawton, Oklahoma. Oh wow. Arlene said they're observing us like we observe them. Yeah, possibly. They're probably very curious, I would think. But like I said, when the dog was barking and you look up and there's a face looking in your window, that's a little freaky. Um, that's pretty freaky, actually. Like I said, if they stay down in the wood line and kind of do their own thing, they don't bother me. I don't bother them. But when they come up to the house, that kind of rattles my nerves a little bit. Only because I don't know that much. I mean, let's be honest, nobody knows that much about Sasquatch. That nobody knows their patterns and how they'll react and all that stuff. Barry said there's a lot of truth to what Arlene just said. Oh yeah, absolutely. I think they're very curious about us, just as we are them. I think that's why one was looking in the window. Because like I said, I had Zeus in the house, the Akita, and I think it was, and I had just Squatch Dog had just found a home, so I think it thought Squatch Dog was in the house, and I think it was actually looking for Squatch Dog, and heard Zeus in the house, and was observing Zeus through the window. And like I said, the dog started barking, and my son and me were kind of like, "What in the world's going on?" Because Zeus doesn't really ever bark. He's a good dog, and um, go down the hallway, and you look up into the living room window, and there's a huge, humongous face leaning down, looking at you. That's pretty trippy. That's pretty trippy. Daryl said they're looking for the crazy man to come out to play. Arlene said his little buddy found a home. She went to a great home. Paula said, yes, it is. I keep sound going also, so I can't hear every sound around. Yeah, like I said, that's why I'm glad I have an air conditioner in my room. Not only I'm very thankful that I have an air conditioner, so I'm not in the heat, but it helps knock out the sound from outside, so I don't fret very often. I don't get nervous about what's going on outside because I can't hear it. And if something does go on outside, the only way I know is if somebody calls me or emails me and tells me, "Hey, I heard this on the camera," or "I seen this on the camera," blah blah blah. That's about the only way that I know anything's going on. My mom said, I'm a little bit in shock in regarding to the flannel man. So I live in Central California in a rural area. I once thought I saw a man in one of the fields. I thought it was a farmer or someone working in the fields, but it disappeared in front of me. I asked my daughter if they'd seen it. No one did. Could it have been the same thing, Flannel Man? Well, like I said, Flannel Man is known to always wear a red flannel shirt, whether it be tattered or not. So that's one way to tell if you've seen Flannel Man or not. Did it have a red flannel shirt on? Um, if so, it's very possible that's what you've seen. It's very plausible that that's what you've seen. Like I said, there's been several encounters of all different types of where Flannel Man has been seen. I seen him at a wood line. Other people have seen him walking down a road. Arlene, I never seen an axe, and he didn't look like a lumberjack. The one I seen, sorry, he just didn't. Um, Not saying he isn't. He just didn't have an axe and didn't look like a lumberjack. He looked he looked like a Neanderthal, however you say it. Yep, red shirt. Well, Bonbon, maybe that is what you seen was Flannel Man. That's what it sounds like. Like I said, just Google it and you'll come across stories, or do like Barry suggested, and go check out that channel and watch some of those YouTube videos. And maybe you can put two and two together and finally figure out what you seen. Maybe you did have a Flannel Man sighting. Um, if so, welcome to the club. It like I said, I didn't know until I seen Flannel Man and then looked it up. I looked up, how did I look it up? I didn't look up Flannel Man. I looked up creature wearing red flannel shirt. That's how I ended up looking it up and found out about Flannel Man. Um I come across a really old article, and it was an old article. Talking about, it was like a legend about Flannel Man. Like I said, which there's a lot of legends and lore out there of what Flannel Man can be, who he is, whatever. But I found an old article that I kind of resonated with and put two and two together, and I'm like, yeah, I did see Flannel Man. That's what I seen. Bonbon says, I just thought it was a ghost or something. Well, Bonbon, it really sounds like maybe you did have a Flannel Man sighting, especially if it had a red flannel shirt. Um, like I said, welcome to the club. I don't know if Flannel Man's really well known. I don't know, but um, Arlene said you may have seen a cryptid with clothes like a shapeshifter, Lakaya. Possibly. I don't doubt anything anymore like that. Gregory said I haven't had any encounters with anything like that, but I have had a lot of ghost encounters most of my life. Oh wow. Barry says, I wonder if Flannel Man wears a wife beater instead of flannel when it's this hot. I don't know, Barry. It'd be smart if he did. Because I couldn't imagine wearing flannel in like 105, 110-degree heat. Mama said, I just heard about it today on your show. Okay, Mama, well, I'm serious. Look it up. Google Flannel Man And you'll be amazed at some of the stories, encounters that are out there about it. You will be absolutely amazed. There's tons of them, and I didn't realize that till I got to looking up Flannel Man as well. But there are a lot of encounters out there. A lot. Uh it sounds so much like what I saw. Thank you. I will check it out. No problem, Mon. No problem at all. Absolutely no problem. Oh, update. And I know somebody's gonna ask me. Update on old Ghost. Okay. While I'm thinking about it. The phone number that had called me that I thought was old Ghost's phone number was not old Ghost's phone number. I texted it last night and I was like, hey, this is Lakaya, is this old Ghost? And they eventually texted me back and was like, no, basically wrong number. And I was like, well, you called me at 4:30 a.m. So I was just returning, your call, trying to figure out who you are. And they were like, yes, sorry about that. I was like, okay, whatever. And I have not heard anything else in email from him. So that's where we stand right now. Haven't heard anything. Don't know if I will or not. Who knows? I will say I was a touch disappointed that that wasn't his number. Just because I would like to talk to him and get to know him because he seems like a really cool guy. From what he's emailed me, it sounds like somebody that I'd like to get to know and make as a friend. But like I said, I haven't heard anything. So the update is there is no update. So that's where that stands. The update is there is no update. But it's okay. It is what it is, and I just have to accept it and keep going. Gregory said the last one was the day after we put my mother to rest. The door to the house was open at the same time. She would get home every day, and that door was hard to open. I was home alone. Apology said, who calls someone at 4:30 then says my bad? What the fuck? Yeah, I kind of thought the same thing, Paul. The person was a bit rude in the text message, but I was like, look, you called me at 4:30. I'm just returning your call, but whatever, okay. So I don't know, but they did apologize for calling at 4:30 in the morning. So I was like, okay, that's fine. So who knows? Like I said, I was a little disappointed, not gonna lie, you guys. I was a little disappointed. But life goes on. It is what it is. I don't know. I don't know what to think really anymore, to be honest. I don't know what to think anymore. Arlene said, give it a little time, Lakaya. All good things come to those who wait. Yeah. I've heard that a lot lately. And I get it. I really do. I get it. But like I said, I'm impatient. I can't help it. That's just in my nature. Lakaya, does he work or have any health issues? He does have a health issue. But like I said, he's a night owl. But I just don't think he's on the computer very much. So I don't think he checks email very often. And I think that's what it is. And he may be shy, Gregory. Exactly. He absolutely may be. I just it's just weird that we kind of keep we both want to get to know each other, but we kind of keep missing each other. Is the way it is. It's odd. It's weird. Um, like I said, I did give him my number to call. I haven't heard from him. I thought that was his number, but it was not. Like I said, that did kind of let me down a little bit because I was excited about it. But hey, egg on my face. It is what it is. And I'm not gonna lie. I'm gonna tell y'all the truth. It was a little bit disappointing. Because I was excited, but oh well. Oh well. Life goes on. Who knows? So that's where I'm at with that. You'll meet the right guy when you least expect it when you're not looking. Maybe. Maybe, maybe, maybe. The way he talked in chat, he asked how to call you like he did not know. Like I said, I sent in my number through email. So hey Primal, how are you, hun? Paula said, you're still young, life is going to get better for you. I hope so. I hope so. I'm ready to start. Basically, I'm just ready to start the next chapter of my life. I'm ready to find my happiness again. And well, it's not that I'm not happy. I take that back. I'm happy. It's just I feel like I'm kind of stuck in a sense in life right now. I feel like I'm like stuck, and I take, a step forward and two steps back, and I'm ready to just step forward constantly. I'm ready to get life going. I don't know. It's just a feeling, an inner feeling I have that, it's time for my new life to begin. And I just feel like the world is fighting against me. I don't know why. That's just the way I feel. But I understand patience and blah blah blah. Hey Red, how are you? You're not late. This is lunchtime, crew girl. You are never late. And of course, Miss Diane, how are you? Good to see you. No worries with the ghost. He may just be a private person, Primal said. Create a space for that person to show up. True. True, Primal. Arlene says it's tough for you to get out there because you have no car too. That sucks. Yes, it does. And like I said, with physical things going on with my body, it's hard. Like I said, that's why the only outlet I have is the internet, is online. That's the only outlet I have is my phone. So, what else am I supposed to do? I mean, and it's going to be my only outlet for a little while. Um, like I said, I've got some changes coming up that I'm not extremely happy with at all. I actually hate. But I do have some changes in my life coming up. And my only outlet's going to be my phone. And so, I can't hope to meet, like I said, a person at a gas pump or in the grocery store or, anything like that because that's not feasible in my life. That's not going to happen. So the only thing I can do is, turn to the internet, turn to online. And like I said, there's a lot of frogs out there, you guys. Oh my God, I have jumped in a whole pond of frogs not too long ago. That's why I did that dating titled video. It's not easy. It's not easy putting yourself out there, but it's really not easy when the only outlet you have is online. The only way you have to meet people is online. So it's not easy. It's a lot harder than what I thought it would be. I didn't think it would be quite so hard to meet guys and to make friends and all that stuff. I didn't think it would be this hard, but it really is hard. Yes, hit those likes, people. It helps me with the YouTube algorithm. It helps for other people to find my shows. Um, Even though my subscriber count for the past year now seems to be stuck at the same number range. But it does help other people find my videos. Hey Edward, thank you for the prayers. Prayers for you and your family. Um, Gregory said it's a lot different nowadays. A lot has changed. Yes, that's very true. Very true. A lot has changed. And like I said, this whole dating thing, it's all new to me. Like I've never had to do it before. I've never had to put myself out there before. It's new and it's weird and it's odd and it's scary and it's a little bit of everything. It's a little bit of everything. It's not for the faint of heart, that's for sure. It is not for the faint of heart. But I do have yes, Daryl, you're exactly right. There are a lot of predators out there. You have to be careful. Exactly. I am very lucky though. I am surrounded by um a crew of people that care for me and have my best interest and give great advice. So I'm very fortunate for that. Very fortunate for that. Um Hey Dizzle, how are you? Good to see you. But like I said, that's why I did that dating video because I didn't realize just how hard it is as a grown adult. You guys, wow. It's especially in my age range, it's a lot of people are married with kids. They just are. There's not a lot of single. I haven't come across a lot of single people um in the age range bracket that I'm looking at. I haven't found a lot of single people, you know. I just haven't. I'm good, Dizzle. Arlene said that's why I never did online dating. Yeah. But like I said, that's kind of the only option that I have right now. So, and this is just my thought. Everybody else may disagree. I don't care. But my thought is if I don't put myself out there, how would anybody ever know that I am available? So that's my thing. I have openly put myself out there, single and ready to mingle. Um, and I have stated exactly what I'm looking for, in a sense, in another human being. And I'm just hoping that that other human being will give me a chance. Hey, Loco, how are you? Arlene said, that's my problem. At my age, all the good ones are taken. Yeah, that's kind of how I feel, Arlene. That's pretty much how I feel. They're either taken or they are dealing with something. And that's what I have found to be the case. I've had a lot of young guys hit on me But like I said, I'm not going to date somebody my son's age. No, thank you. No. And I've had a lot of way, way, way older gentlemen hit on me as well. And I like an older guy. I do. But that's just a little much for me. Arlene said, my friends tell me the same thing. If you don't get out there, you'll never meet anyone. Exactly. Gregory said, or they want someone that's rich. Yeah. See, that I could care less about. I want somebody that's kind and somebody that has passion and somebody that has a good heart and a good soul and somebody that'll be good to me and love me. That's what I'm looking for. Somebody that's loyal and honest, trustworthy. You know, all the normal things everybody looks for. That's what I'm looking for. So I don't think I'm asking for too much. I could be, I don't know. But I don't think I am. Don't mean to change the subject, but anyone know how to deal with Shadow Man? Ugh. Shadow Man. Ugh. Not right off the top of my head. Let's see. Shadow Man. I haven't had to deal with Shadow Man in a long time, so El Loco, sorry, but not right off the top of my head. I take it you're having issues with Shadow Man? Arlene says, I take care of my mom, who's 92, and I just don't have the time now for anyone. That's understandable. El Loco said, been having a problem with this the past few weeks. Oh, I'm so sorry. Have you tried, I know this is going to sound odd, but have you tried Google and see if you can find something that way that maybe something worked for somebody else? I say claim your space. Tell it to leave. Tell it that is your sacred space. You have created a sacred space. It is not invited. Banish it. Hey, Shulk, how are you? Gregory said, trust me, it's not just the men that are frogs. They have a lot of women that are too. Oh, absolutely. Absolutely, Gregory. I've seen that for myself. Some of the things that I've seen some of the women do absolutely embarrass the hell out of me. And it shouldn't embarrass me because I have nothing to do with it, but some ladies are just crazy. Crazy. I don't understand why people just can't be normal. But I've seen some crazy stuff while on this dating journey. No, but at this point, one thing I do not want to do is consult a witch, which is what everyone is telling me to do. Oh, look, I'm a witch, so sorry, hun. But okay, Shadow Man. All right, here we go. You can put obsidian or black tourmaline in the four corners of your home. You can go around your house 3 times with the salt circle. You can create a sacred circle of salt somewhere in your house, especially if your bedroom, if it's happening in your bedroom. You can burn a black candle, but carve into the candle banishment or banish Shadow Man, to banish Shadow Man. Burn that candle all the way down. take that wax that's left over, put it in a jar, take a piece of paper, write Shadow Man on it, fold the piece of paper away from you as small as you can get it, stick it in that jar. Look around for needles, pins, broken glass, anything that you can find on the ground. Take a walk, anything sharp, anything like that, nails, thumbtacks, put it in the jar. You can fill the jar up with vodka or alcohol. Seal the jar off. Bury it off your property, not on your property, or put it somewhere that it will not be bothered off your property. Make sure that you read Psalms and recite Psalms, and hopefully it will banish it. Try that. Hey Yeti, how are you? Thank you very much. Sending you blessings as well. Like I said, I see it late at night. It stands at the bottom of the stairs and just stares at me, but so far it won't come up the stairs. Well, at least it's not coming up the stairs bothering you. That's a plus. Maybe it's tied to something downstairs. Maybe you've got something upstairs that is keeping it from coming up there. Do you have like a cross on a wall, or is your Bible upstairs, or an ancestor's picture upstairs that you're greatly tied with, or anything like that that could be keeping it from coming up the stairs as well. Anything sacred. So that may be why it's staying downstairs only. And like I said, do the banishment ritual. Go around your house with salt 3 times. You have a Bible and a cross upstairs. That's probably why it's not coming up. But Psalms, reading and reciting Psalms is a great place to start. A lot of people don't know Psalms is basically spells. And a lot of people don't know that, but it is. That's why Psalms is used in hoodoo, and it's used in voodoo, and it's used in Santeria, and a lot of other practices. Because Psalms is basically nothing but spell work. And when you read Psalms, if there's a particular name on the Psalm that you're drawn to, instead of saying the name that's in Psalms, say Shadow Man. Insert Shadow Man into the Psalm, and it will help. It will help banish. Yeah, Primal, exactly. Take power over your space. Command it to leave. Exactly. Don't ask. Tell it. Tell it you are not welcome here. This is my space. This is my sacred space. Get the fuck out. That's the first thing to do, is always claim your space. That creates a sacred space. That creates basically a bubble of protection over your area. So that's my advice right off the top of my head. Like, I could probably dig and find some other stuff, but just right off the top of my head, that's what I would try. Arlene's asking, did you recently buy something at a flea market or at an antique store? There could be an attachment. Or also, it could have been something that's been given to you, something used that's been given to you. There could be attachment to it. But like I said, Shadow Man is one of those things where it's not like, there's lots of instances where people have accounts of Shadow Man, but it's not readily known of how to handle it, how to take care of it, what to do with it. Like, there's just not a lot of information on Shadow Man out there. There's a lot of encounters, but there's not a lot of information on Shadow Man. Gregory said, if your land is on traditional Native American land, you will have to get a Native holy man to take care of it. Yeah, shaman would work. But I agree with Primal. Use the classic, get the fuck out. This is my space, my time, command, don't ask. You have that power, use it. I highly agree with that. Highly agree with that. But shadow people are normally bad spirits or an elemental spirit, Gregory says. Eloga says no, but someone came to my house last month, was celebrating my birthday, had a few people over, and ever since then it started to happen. It sounds like somebody brought something with them, is what it sounds like. They probably had an attachment and it kind of stayed around your house instead of leaving with them. Along with strange noises in my house, El Loco says. But yeah, it sounds like somebody had an attachment with them and it stayed in your house. That's what it sounds like. So I would definitely do a banishment candle. Black is for banishment. I would do a black candle, let it burn all the way down. Make sure to put on there, banish Shadow Man to, leave my home. Carve it into the candle. Take something sharp. Take a pen, a thumbtack, and carve it into the candle first. And like I said, let the candle burn all the way down. And here's the trick. You could actually use a happy birthday black candle if you can't find any other candles to use. But because birthday candles are so small, you can't carve into them. You can write it on a piece of paper and put it under a plate to banish. And then on top of that plate, you burn the candle. It does the same thing as if you had carved into the candle. Aloga says a close friend tells me it was purposely done. It may have been, but usually if somebody comes to your house, most people that have attachments don't know that they have something attached to them though. That's a misconception. Most people do not know that they have an attachment. They may act different, they may their attitudes may change and stuff like that, but they themselves don't notice that something is wrong or something is different. It's the people around them that notice it. So it very well could have been somebody that had an attachment to them for whatever reason, and it came to your house and it decided, hey, I'm gonna hang out here instead. Which is very, very plausible. It's happened before. But you most definitely need to get it going. Absolutely. Yes, bless salt around all your windows and door frames, all around the outside of your home. You may have to do it a few times. Exactly. And always do it in threes. Arlene said check for anything weird under your bed or furniture. Yeah, true that. True that. But like I said, you definitely need to get rid of Shadow Man. Absolutely. Um, well, I have some work to do. Talk to you guys later, and thanks a lot, Lakaya, and everyone for the advice. You're absolutely welcome, El Loco, and I hope it works out for you, and I hope you can get rid of Shadow Man. I really do. Don't work too hard and don't get too hot. Why would you do it in threes? Because three is my lucky number. um, why in three? Because three is a magical number. We do a lot of blessings and circles, and like if you're creating a sacred space, you go around once with salt, you go around once with incense, and then you go around once with like sprinkling holy water. We just do everything in threes, Barry. So, but for us, three is a magical number. But that's why I've always done, if I'm going to do any type of working, I'm going to do it like blessings or stuff like that. I do it in threes. But in all honesty, though, three is my favorite number. Well, 333 is my favorite number. Three threes is my favorite number. Don't know why. I've just always been attached to that number for some reason. But um, hey Naomi, how are you? You doing good? Bigfoot tend to do a lot of things in threes, is why I asked. Oh, really, Barry? I didn't know that. Learned something new. I did not know that. That's interesting. You're at work, Naomi. Well, don't work too hard. Daryl says it's biblical. But yeah, Barry, that's very interesting. I did not know and Sasquatch tend to do a lot of things in threes. I did not know that at all. Never heard of that actually. It makes sense though, but I've just never heard it. Learn something new every day. Doug says, "How are you doing today, Lakaya?" I'm doing okay. Thank you for asking, Doug. I'm doing okay so far. It's another day. It's just another day for me. But I'm doing good. But I'm just gonna call the stream, you guys. I got a couple of things I gotta take care of. Virtual hug back, Doug. But I will do a stream later. My feet are feeling okay today. They feel a little odd, a little weird, but they're not painful right now. So that's great. You know, I do have some relief today, so that's pretty good. Like I said, they feel a little tight and sensitive and tingly. But they're not hurting. So, you know, like I said, that's a good thing. Um, but like I said, I will probably throw up a stream later. I'll probably get bored here in an hour or two and probably throw another one up. Who knows? I have nothing else. Y'all know I'm bored. I have nothing else to do here but talk to you guys, and I love talking to you guys. But like I said, I do have a couple of things I've got to handle. Are you in bed, Lakaya? Yes, I'm laying down in bed. I'm always in bed. That's my life story. It's easier to lay down in bed than it is to sit up. But to do StreamYard. But thank you guys for coming. I have absolutely enjoyed this lunchtime chat. And I will talk to you guys later. Bye.